Welcome back. My name is Dr. Mamoon Najjar, and I am on a mission to help people live a life filled with meaning, impact, and fulfillment. Throughout my life, I have searched for the blueprint to a purposeful life. This search has led me to creating this YouTube series based on my book, The Drop That Contains the Ocean, An Intelligent Pursuit of Optimal Being. It is the product of years of study, practice, and personal experiences, which have allowed me to develop key principles that can help anyone create a life of contribution, success, and joy. Welcome to Chapter 3 of our journey. This chapter is called Growth Through Struggle. Throughout this video, we will explore the importance of living with purpose, setting meaningful goals, and achieving them through consistent effort. We will talk through the need for balance, optimism, and personal growth while avoiding distractions and short-term pursuits. So let's sit back and relax as we continue on this journey. Life without purpose is pointless. To effectively work towards a purpose, especially for a long-term, life-fulfilling end, it would be best to achieve milestones. These milestones are a form of value that can be considered building blocks. When you build with these values, you start laying a foundation, then a body, and finally, the pinnacle of your life's purpose. The road to attaining purpose is relatively simple. Perhaps you've tried to find it consciously or unconsciously, only to be frustrated by failure. Alternatively, you may know people who attempted to build up to achieving a sense of purpose by setting milestones and attaining values, who have also been frustrated by failure. You need to investigate the need for rationality and acknowledge that it may require unforeseen challenges and courage during the process of attaining higher values. The meaning of jihad is struggle. For instance, the struggle within yourself to become a better person. It is a spiritual word that is often, unfortunately, misunderstood. Through study and contemplation, you might conclude that the practical and valuable things will last forever, whereas that which is valueless is, at best, temporary. Simple examples are planting an orchard to provide fruit for yourself and your family, building a business that promotes your values, or inventing a product that improves the world. Alternatively, pursuing short-term values such as using narcotics, overindulging in alcohol, or destroying others' values is not only unsatisfying but is ultimately self-destructive. Focused love may lead to a fulfilling relationship, whereas blind rage leads to hostility, division, and the destruction of healthy relationships. In the former case, you reap the rewards of happy relationships, including firm friendship, marriage, and children. In the former case, holding on to irrational anger and hate can erode relationships between family members, damage workplace relationships, and prevent you from cultivating spiritual values with others. Moving on, you must develop a list of goals to pursue lasting values. This is important since, while identifying values is excellent, you must create a series of specific steps to achieve them. In his book, 20 Rules for Writers, author Stephen King includes the following tips to become a successful writer. 1. You are reading more of other people's work. You have to read widely, constantly refining and redefining your work as you do so. If you do not have time to read, you do not have the time or the tools to write. 1. Both reading and writing consistently are enough to make you a writer. You need not be a highly educated person with dual master's degrees in English and creative writing to become successful. Exposing yourself to other people's work and practicing is enough to attain success. King previously stated that you should write at least 1,000 to 2,000 words daily to perfect your craft. Otherwise, you are merely engaged in a hobby. 1. Stop watching multimedia and cut out distractions. A massive distraction that can lower your productivity is wasting time watching banal entertainment in front of a television, movie, or computer screen. Further, eliminate anything that may distract you from writing. 1. Find balance in your life. King has often credited his success to his stable, fulfilling marriage and healthy lifestyle. By alternating between his career, staying active, eating well, and cultivating his marriage, King has achieved a proper balance that has allowed him to be a successful writer. Once you have organized your goals, you must create a continuous cycle of value and production delivery to attain them, maintain momentum, and avoid burnout. In essence, begin by taking an assessment of your existing skill set. Identify which skills, strengths, and weaknesses are not aligned with your mission. This applies to education goals, career, family, activism, and life-calling works. Concerning your strengths, it is in your interest to determine how to improve upon them. Even if you think you are an expert with the skills that you have, it is still important to become increasingly proficient at them. When you determine your weaknesses, it is vital to address them, or find a support system to mitigate them. To be successful at value creation and engaging in these fundamentals, minor shakeups or frustrations must not shake you. There's a trend nowadays where you are expected to specialize in one area and be considered an expert. Still, it would be best to give yourself some diversity of exposure to different disciplines and fields in which learning in one area can enrich you in the other regions. For example, a physician with a hobby in car painting might develop skills in welding or fabricating. Exposing yourself to other disciplines gives you more insights into your profession and helps you improve. This concept is called slow-motion multitasking. For example, if you are a biologist and a physicist, you are better at both than at one. Einstein worked on multiple projects simultaneously in different areas of interest. Darwin did too. By doing this self-assessment, it will be easier to empower yourself with a list of your top skills, and you will create a deeper psychological well of self-esteem and zeal to draw from when encountering adversity. Once you've improved yourself, it's a simple matter of continuously adding or improving skills, correcting faults, practicing positive behaviors, and taking action toward your goals. It is a continuous cycle for all living things. Our planet continually rotates through a hydrogen, nitrogen, and carbon cycle for biotic reasons. The food web in natural ecosystems is a series of cycles comprised of myriad organisms. Having goals is good, and focusing on achieving them is virtuous. However, to maintain inner balance, occasionally let go of the steering wheel and look after your health and well-being. After all, we all need to sleep, eat food, excrete waste, and breathe in oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. To reiterate, this book's purpose is to provide a means of acquiring guidance, developing self-empowerment, and gaining fulfillment. Remember, your achievements should always benefit yourself, others, and the world. By rationally living your values with pure intentions, you will ultimately attain a holistic sense of fulfillment. Alternatively, suppose your values or how you pursue them are short-sighted and self-centered. In that case, you will encounter fleeting benefits at best and chaos at worst. The trick to pursuing and attaining values is to find a balance between interpersonal and global focus. Consequently, as you advance through your education, career, or relationships, you will likely develop more values, such as physical health, a broader skill set, or spiritual enhancement. This should be reinvested in those around you. Doing this creates a positive feedback loop of win-win relationships and a culture of goodwill in the society around you. A proverb accredited to Abraham, a revitalizer of monotheism, says that life and worship, livelihood and death are all ultimately meant for one goal, the great mission of serving God. This does not mean that even if you generate a cycle of value creation, life will never be turbulent or filled with adversity. Consider the story of Abraham. After consecrating his life and those of his household to God, he was tested by the Almighty to ask Abraham to sacrifice his son. Though accounts differ concerning which of his children must be sacrificed, the story, according to Jews, Christians, and Muslims, is the same. Abraham demonstrated his obedience to God, and an animal was then accepted as a substitute. Following this, Abraham became the founding prophet of 3 great faiths and enjoyed a successful life. Bring up another scriptural example. Moses fled the oppression of Egypt with the Israelites and was pursued by Pharaoh's army until being hindered by a foreboding body of water. When about to be waylaid by a force of armed Egyptians, the Hebrew refugees began to panic. However, Moses was confident and reassured the people that God was still with them. The waters divided to allow safe passage through the storm. This is a story about optimism, and it highlights the importance of perspective. What matters are facts. You cannot simply will things into being using the so-called law of attraction. For those unfamiliar, this is a belief that by wanting something hard enough, coupled with a persistently positive mindset, one will attract positive people and events and acquire additional physical possessions. While this concept has increased in popularity over the past decade and a half, mainly due to The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, this concept is wholly unscientific. While there may be anecdotes in both popular media and on the internet that claim its effectiveness, this notion is nothing more than pseudoscience. Maintaining a cheerful disposition and perspective is a powerful means of taking control of your life and seeking success, and has numerous benefits. It is crucial to reduce depression and anxiety and lead to a happy life. Optimism is associated with lower rates of cortisol, a physically taxing stress hormone, reduced rates of stroke and cardiovascular disease, and increased rates of recovery from surgery. Another way to accomplish your goals is to focus on others and, through philanthropic giving, change the world as you wish to see it. Charitable giving or good works can benefit you and your community. Just like giving a hug, eating, or making love, they can light up the amygdala, the part of the brain that regulates emotions. One of the best examples of philanthropy and its positive social effects is Andrew Carnegie. After accruing a fortune equivalent to more than $300 billion at the end of his life, Carnegie donated to myriad small charities, created several foundations to support colleges and other schools, built more than 2,000 libraries across the USA, and founded the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Sure, you may not be able to give as much as Carnegie, but that is optional to be complete. You must pick a target or directive that helps others and aligns with your values. Cooperate with other like-minded people if your goals seem too big. To provide another example of long-term planning for future benefit, consider the Commission of 1811 and its subsequent incarnations. The commission was formed in response to the increased bustle of New York City. The number of quiet places within the city was shrinking, and skyscrapers cast looming shadows. The commission sought to construct Central Park. From the onset, the founding members knew that they wouldn't see their passion project come to fruition, but their children and grandchildren would enjoy a verdant garden in the middle of the great New York granite jungle. When going through a cycle of value creation, you do not need to always focus on your goals, family, and external aspects of achieving your goals. While we will get into this later in the chapters, it is perfectly acceptable to focus on yourself. When planning the steps to achieve your goals, include leisure time that relaxes you but does not leave you exhausted. It doesn't always need to be physical, like running through the park, swimming laps, playing with a pet, or attending a workshop. Leisure time can also include passive activities such as reading a book, praying, meditating, or simply focusing your mind. A common problem many people have, even those highly motivated when cultivating a cycle of values, is dealing with the anxiety of seeing their goals manifest. No matter how much planning and effort there is during the execution stage, they still suffer intense doubt. While karma may not be a force in the world, by the laws of physics, any force put out into the world will yield some reaction. It may not be instantaneous, but positive effort into the universe will eventually yield benefits, even if anxiety and darkness loom just before you receive it. As English theologian Thomas Fuller said more than 300 years ago, "It is always darkest before the dawn." An excellent illustration of this principle can be seen in the Quranic account of the birth of Jesus by Mary. Mary was heavily pregnant and retreated into the wilderness in a state of distress. She had no company, nor was she traveling with her circle of support, to refer to the Quranic verses directly. So she conceived him and withdrew with him to a remote place. Then the pains of labor drove her to the trunk of a palm tree. She cried, "Alas! I wish I had died before this, and was a thing long forgotten." So a voice reassured her from below her, "Do not grieve. Your Lord has provided a stream at your feet, and shake the trunk of this palm tree towards you. It will drop fresh, ripe dates upon you. So eat and drink and put your heart at ease. But if you see any of the people, say, I have vowed silence to the most compassionate, so I am not talking to anyone today." The Quran, 19:22-26. In the full context of this story, Mary was exhausted from enduring labor and successfully giving birth to a child. From her perspective, summoning the strength to shake a mere fruit tree would seem impossible. However, as with most things, doing the impossible is only a matter of enduring past the improbable. In fact, according to the story, Mary could endure her pregnancy alone and generate the strength to do her part, attain the fruit, and set out a path for all of the blessed to come. In conclusion, creating and maintaining a value delivery cycle and consistently applying yourself is more meaningful for your presence. It is a step beyond your specialized knowledge to other areas where you can develop complementary skills and insights. When applying yourself, base decisions on facts, remain optimistic, and have faith. If you have fully invested in these principles, you only need to relax and wait for the results. Thank you for joining me on the third chapter of this journey. I hope you can take this time to reflect back on what we have gone over. To make things easier, here are some of my key takeaways from this part of the chapter. In the next video, we will go over chapter 4 of my book, where we will look at the power of positive intention, which coincidentally is the title of the next chapter. Inshallah, we will see each other then. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
فناداها من تحتها ألا تحزني قد جعل ربك تحتك سريا وهزي إليك بجذع النخلة تساقط عليك رطبا جنيا فكلي واشربي وقري عينا فإما ترين من البشر أحدا فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن صوما فلن أكلم اليوم إنسيا